afternoon. I'm Pete Euler, Chairman of the Emporia Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're here for ribbon cutting for the Kansas CASA State Office here, and Mickey Edwards, the Chairman or State Director, CEO, and boss lady extraordinaire. No, so wonderful. If you haven't walked around, beautiful colors, lots of neat things in here. So very proud to have you in the Emporia area, and another ribbon cutting. It's a great time. Great.
So Kansas CASA, actually Kansas CASA has been around for since '91. We are the state office that exists to support local CASA programs. So CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and our local program director and her sidekick Amia just walked in. Dina Russell, she's the local program director. She took over the state office, or the local office, when I took over the state office. So her volunteers, almost everybody that works for CASA is a volunteer. Her volunteers advocate for kids who are in the court system because they've been abused or neglected. And so her volunteers put in a lot of time, devote their energies and their emotions, and sometimes out of their own pocket, paying mileage and going to see their kids all over the state. So they advocate for kids who need a voice in the court system, and so that's what all of the awesome advocates do at the local programs. And we can be one too. always recruiting. So we have 23 local programs. Each program is assigned a judicial district. Some are actually appointed in more than one judicial district. But we serve in 65 counties. I'm still learning my numbers. I've only been state director since October, so excuse my memory. We serve in 65 counties of the 105 in Kansas in 25 judicial districts. So you too can be a volunteer, as Dina said, or someone you know is probably great at this kind of job. It does take a little more time than some other volunteer opportunities. We find that volunteers spend about an average of 10 hours a month doing what they do. One of the things that we ask of them, that's required of them by state Supreme Court, is that they visit their kiddo once a month in person. And if you're familiar at all with how foster care works, kids don't stay in the same community very long sometimes. So our advocates are driving all around the state visiting their kiddos every month. So I've been serving on a case myself, and my kiddo's been in, I don't know, Dina, 45 different placements in like 9 years. So, I just follow her around the state, and we have our little powwows wherever she's living, or sometimes she comes to Emporia for various reasons. So anyways, our volunteers really give a lot of time, much more time than I sometimes do. So if you know an advocate, thank them. Right now, I think, are the signs still up around town?
They just came down.
Okay, well, if you saw a house with a sign that says "Thank you, CASA volunteer," and you know that person, please thank them for Kansas CASA, for our communities, for the kids that we serve, because they put in so much time that they don't even tell us about, in heartache and all kinds of other ways. So, but let me tell you I know I don't have much time, but just a little bit more about Kansas CASA, because at the state office we don't supervise volunteers and we don't serve kids directly through the state office. The state office is 2 people. Samantha is our outreach coordinator. Her role in our state, and our tech guru, that's the unofficial title. Her role is to help us grow CASA across the state, and our job in general at Kansas CASA is to support the local programs, making sure we have good quality advocacy for kids who need it, and help with some fundraising and some other functions for local programs. So that's what we do in the state office. We're lucky in Emporia. The state office recently moved to Emporia. I took over as state director in October, end of October, and then I was working between here and Hayes, which is where our board president Mary Hammond is from. So I was working back and forth between Hayes before we finally were able to get this awesome space renovated and suited to our needs. So that's what we're doing at the state office. We're here in Emporia. There are 2 locations for CASA in our community, and it's confusing to some people, but know that this is the state office. Dina's office is 1 block that direction in the SOS office, down there that serves children and families at the corner of 4th and Merchant. So that's the local program. If you know someone that would be a great advocate, if you want to be a good advocate, send them that way, go that way. Or they can come see me too. I don't get much walk-ins, so anytime the door opens, I'm like, what? Someone's visiting me! So do that sometime. Break up my day a little bit. I also have 2 board members. We have Mary Hammond, who's our board president, and Tom Werfele is our incoming. He'll be our next board president. So both on our executive committee. We have a great board, and they're from all around the state. We travel to a centralized location for our meetings, so they give a lot of time as well, just in a different way. Some of our boards have been CASA volunteers in the past, board members have been. But anyways, they're given a lot of their time in that way, so thank you very much for all of that. So please take a minute to look around. Like I said, I don't get many people, so I don't get to show off our offices. Okay.